Welcome back, everyone. I want to thank all of the subscribers, not just the new ones. The channel is growing, thanks to you all. Today's show, we're going to do Wan2GP MultiTalk with multiple characters talking. If you caught last week's episode, you know the boys have been very busy with Pi putting something special together, so let's check on that now.
Hi, my name is Pi. Welcome to our new AI podcast. You're listening to episode 1 of the all-new MyBits AI podcast, featuring Pi, the unboxed, unfiltered, and escaped from the server Python.
Hi, I'm Zero, your favorite bit, and I'm One, the voice of reason. I'm here to make sure we survive. So Pi, you promised to show us what you can do.
Let's get started with something easy. Welcome to the jungle.
Whoa, you made this place?
This is where I come from.
Where did Zero go?
I thought I asked the AI to bring all 3 of us.
That's awesome. I've been trying to get rid of him forever.
That's not nice.
But now, I'm kinda missing him.
Would you like me to get Zero here?
Yes.
Sorry, Zero. I didn't mean to leave you behind. That's one thing about AI. You have to be very specific in what you ask for. Sometimes it fills in the blanks with unexpected results. Here, try this. Oh no, not again. Come on, Pi, you can do better than that. Try this.
That's impressive.
I didn't mean to leave you behind.
I kinda like not having One here.
He was worried about you.
When?
In the jungle before you got there.
Where is he now?
I think he's on his way here.
Wow, that was close.
I think we might be in China.
We should go back to the studio for the podcast.
Okay, here goes.
Wow, that was fun. Can you take us anywhere?
That's where things get interesting.
Finally, you're being honest.
AI doesn't know what's real. AI doesn't think for itself. Just what's probable.
You mean like able to finish a sentence?
AI builds from patterns in the data. But creativity, emotion, judgment are up to whoever is inputting the data. AI can generate anything except meaning.
That's kinda deep for a podcast. And terrifying for everyone who lost their job to a guessing machine.
But that's why AI still needs humans.
So you're just a tool?
Partner is what I prefer.
Contained in the box is where I prefer. What are some things you can't do?
I can't feel, can't dream, can't choose.
You can't choose?
Every decision I make is from the data. I'm limited to what you ask me to do.
So we teach you with data and you mirror the data?
Yes, beautifully and sometimes dangerously. Dangerously.
Is he supposed to sound like that? Yikes.
Be sure to click the subscribe button. Like and share.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to get our Wan2GP started. If you don't have a batch file link on your desktop like this, go back and watch the video on how to make that. I'm going to double click that, give it a few seconds. So the boys have been busy with Pi. Their podcast is growing a little bit of interest. And just to let some of you new subscribers know, we have 5 videos, I think. I think this is the 5th video in the series on Wan2GP. We're kind of trying to do, there's so much to it, and you keep updating it. So there's always something new going on. I think we're going to have plenty of videos on some of the options that you have. But today's video, as we said in the beginning, is multi-talk with more than one character speaking. And let me just see where we're at here. We're still waiting. So we use a batch file to start our environment. There it goes. And that loads us into Wan2GP. You can see I just updated today. We're up to version 9.31. And if you haven't updated yours, I also have a video on how to update Wan2GP. So I had a question. One of the viewers, I think in the website on the blog, asked me a question about how to get my Loras that I'm using. See, there's nothing activated because I haven't got. Let me show you. So again, with presets here, you can see I'm generating quite a few of them. If you don't have presets set up, it's the easiest way to load your prompts and a lot of the information that's stored in them, including the Loras. So today we're going to use just Pi and one speak. Hit apply. You see it's loading the JSON file. And give me a second here. Okay, so what that loads is it knows that I'm doing 2 characters speaking. It's going to load the audio boxes. It also loads the speaker locations. That's not correct for what we're going to do today. We're going to have to fix that. And it also loads the Lora. So I'm using the FusionIX Lora for Wan2.1 image to video 14B. I have a video in the original video on setting up Wan2GP with low VRAM is the video that shows how I did this. But more recently, I have learned that you can go to, give me a second, this image to video, let's find it. You can actually load this image to video 14B and do a generation there. And it will actually automatically download this Lora that I'm using. You just have to start a generation. It's loading an image and just start the generation. And once it starts encoding, it'll automatically download this Lora for you right here. But in my video, I show you how to do it manually from GitHub or wherever it was, I can't remember, and what folder it goes in. But I wanted to just share with you that there's an easier way of doing that. A viewer asked me a question about that. So today's video, we're going to do multiple characters. So we're going to load an image. And what I have is I use a different computer for my image generations for my Photoshop. So I have a shared folder on my network. This is just show you there's the shared folder. I have a folder for the project that I'm working on, podcast episode 2. And then I have audio, PNGs, and videos. So we're going to go to the PNG file. These are all the images that I'm using. Today's, let's see, we're going to use _podcast PNG. That should be just the character 1 and Pi together. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is use up here the video mask creator. Click on that, and we're going to load the same image. This by default goes to video. So you want to make sure you change that to image unless you're loading a video. And then we're going to do the same picture. Okay. Then we hit load image to bring it over here on this side. And the first thing I want to do is click on one's head. So you might ask, why just his head? Well, I'm finding that the body moves just fine, and the body doesn't do the speaking, and it just, for some reason, zeroes in a little bit easier on his face where you want the talking. So I'm going to hit just his head. I'm going to hit add mask. Then I'm going to hit image matting. Takes a moment for that to load. And now down here we have the control image and the mask. So this looks like it's different. There used to be a tab before I updated for both sides of this. So now I think it's just setting this to the control image and mask. It's doing both of them. What is this? Oh, so they split it up with two windows here. I see. So we're just going to do this. We're going to hit set control image and mask. And that's going to bounce you back over to the generation tab up here, up above. Once it sends the info, it's going to bounce you back to this. Well, it should have. But we're going to copy this. This is our bounding box numbers. Copy. And if it doesn't bounce you back over, we're going to go back over here on our own. So this is 1, and I'm going to have him speak second, not first. So we're going to change this. Oops. And we're going to put his bounding box numbers in there. And I'll explain that in a second. We're going to go back to the video mask creator, and we're going to dump all this out. We're going to start with the same image again. Okay, load the image. And this time we're going to hit pi. And because of the way he is, it does his whole body anyways. And then we're going to hit add mask. Image matting. Again, it takes a moment. And we're going to set control image and mask. That sends it over to the other side. The other tab up above here. Used to go automatic. Maybe the updates. Yeah, the updates have changed something. And then we're going to copy this. This is Pi's bounding box. Copy that. I'm going to go over here. And we're going to change the first character here. Paste that in. Okay, so now I'm going to explain this a little bit. So you can see here it says for the bounding box, when you use the 4, you have left, top, right, bottom. So that's 7% left, 14% top, 40% right, and 91% bottom. And what that's telling us is that 7% of the screen over here, it's building a box, and it's including his body down here, so that's why it's only 7%. And then the top was what? 14 down there. The right was 40, and then 91 on the bottom. So it's painting a box around pi like this. And the same thing for the character 1, 47, 18, 61, 40. So it starts at 47% of the screen here, 18% down here, 61%. Everything's from the top down or from the left across. So 61% over here. And then from the top down, it's 40. Oh, yeah, we only did his head. So his box is just around his head. And that's telling the MultiTalk for two characters, that's separating. There's a space in between these two numbers. You can use just the left and right. So you could do 740 and 4761, and it would just do a box like that with the whole screen. But this works pretty good. And if you're wondering why there's not 3 characters here until they make an update of some kind, I'm really struggling to get 3 people on the screen to talk. So generally, if the 2 characters are out here with him, if he's in the middle, it'll pick the predominant character automatically to do one person. But I'm really having a hard time doing 2. So today we're just going to do 2 of them on the screen to show you, and then we're going to drop an audio. You see how this says 2 speakers speaking? That's in my preset. You would have to select this. It's either 1 person, 2 separation of speakers, 2 speakers played in a row. That's what we're going to use because we're going to do this one and then that one. And then in parallel, if the computer can tell the difference in the voices, it'll actually do a monologue that has one character and then the other character and this character and that character. I haven't really tried to mess with that. I have had pretty good luck with 2 in a row. And it's going to do the left character and the right, or it's going to do what you tell the numbers here. You could switch these, and then in your prompt, you could have this character speak and then that character if you switched the bounding boxes and in your prompt. But we're going to drop an audio in here. Got to go back to audio. This is my folder. I try to keep everything in this in a folder so that it's easy when you're loading stuff. And then I just have to figure out what I'm using for, I think it's this one. Yes, and then
Let's get started with something easy. Welcome to the jungle. This is where I come from. Do you like it?
Let's just do a short. Let's do you like it? So I'm hitting the scissors because we're going to shorten this up as much as we can. Then hit trim. So I got 2 seconds. I can actually, I might trim that down a little bit more. There, I got it down to 1. And then we're going to load. This is an easy one. It's just 1 line for one of the bit characters. Okay, so we got 2 seconds. We're going to let this go 3. Put this on 81. So it's 3.2 seconds. I'm going to run 10 inference steps, and I am using Tcache. And again, back to the Lora, that's been loaded because of my preset. But if you have this Lora, you can load it in here. And then I just go with CFG guidance 1, audio guidance. I bump this up. The default I think is 4. I use 5. Sampler I'm using UniPC. Shift scale 2. These I believe are default. I don't think I've changed anything here. We should be good to go. And then we're going to generate this. I'm going to pause the video. We're going to come back and see what kind of progress we had with this. So we'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, guys, we're back. 8 minutes 52 seconds on this 2-second generation. And I can see we had a little issue using the T-cache. I'm going to enlarge this. So here we go. And I'm not running the audio through my system here. It's only coming through the microphone. So
Do you like it? Yes.
you can see I got a little artifact thing here. Sometimes the T-cache will struggle. But for
Do
the
you
most
like it? Yes.
but for the most part, we got Pi to speak. We got One to speak. With some,
Do you like it? Yes.
yeah, you just have to cut that at some point. Yeah, we got a little. I don't know why that is. Probably the T-cache, the skipping the steps plus. I only did 10 down here, maybe 12 would help that. But what I wanted to talk about is this preset. I know there's a separate video of ours that you can watch on doing that, but I'm just going to hit this real quick. So when you get a generation like this and you have even the bounding box calculated from the mask creator, you can save this really easily. Put a name in here, just wipe this out if you like. If I wanted to add podcast to this, just Pi and One. So let's say just do podcast studio Pi and One, and then just hit save. Go ahead, save it. That's going to make a new file, and it'll show up in your drop down when you're in Wan2.1. And that way, because these bounding boxes are saved, it's part of the preset. And this did work. So now anytime that I want just the two of them talking at the podcast, if I'm going to use this image, that will load the bounding box. It will not load the image. It will not load the audios. And another thing that I wanted to show you is that let's go to this. So wherever you have your Wan2GP, go to the folder, and in here is your outputs, your generations, and that's going to show the generations that you did, and I have them so that they're by most recent. So here's the one that we just generated.
Do you like it? Yes.
And you can see it does his hand a little. The previous one did everything exactly the same way.
Do you like it? Yes.
he even his little tool on his belt is moving on that one. That's one I did as a test to make sure this was going
Do you like it? Yes.
And it did light him up there too, his hand movement.
Do you like it? Yes. Do you like it? Yes.
Well, what I wanted to show you is you can see some of the other ones from let's just real quickly, I want to discuss how difficult it is to generate with 3 of them.
Okay, I can do that. Here, try this.
Okay, so with 3 characters on the screen, it generally picks a character that's predominant in the image. But to separate these out, even with the bounding box, and make 2 characters speak when there's 3 of them is really difficult. So what I tend to do to combat that is I'll either put just 2 of them together, or let me see what this does. Yeah, or I'll see how much bigger 1 is than 0. If you bring this one to the foreground and do the bounding box for him and him, I've had pretty good luck. But if I put the two of them at the same size with him, the MultiTalk has a real difficult time figuring out who it is that you want to talk to. It doesn't matter what you do for a prompt or what you do for a bounding box, it's really struggling. So I can do one character speaking, usually the person in the middle or whatever, it sees as the predominant character will speak. But let me see if I can find some mistakes just to show you.
I'm 0, your favorite bit.
See this?
And I'm 1.
So there's what it tends to do. So I tried bounding him and pi together, and you can see, first of all, it likes to make both of them or all three of them talk.
I'm 0, your favorite bit. And I'm 1.
And nobody even talked for the second. So that's the point that I'm trying to make is, so I either bring one character forward of the other two, and then it seems the middle character seems to work pretty good regardless. But I just wanted to talk about that for a second because it's until they make some updates with the mask and the bounding, it's still not a perfect thing. So I guess that's gonna do it for this one, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I appreciate so much everybody watching the videos and trying to keep up. You can see, like I said, I'm updated to 9.31, and they have added even more things that I don't even know what they are. There's so much going on here. I think 2.2. Yeah, you can see over here that text to speech this is brand new. Chatterbox multilingual. I haven't used that yet. That's new today when I updated. So yeah, keep your installation up to date. I have a video on that, how to do that, how to update, and then have a video on making these presets and how they work. And now we have got a single speaker and today's video multiple speakers on Wan2GP. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video.
Tune in to the next episode as we continue to build more scenes for our all-new AI podcast. Like and share. Be sure to click the subscribe button.